Hamilton City Council has approved the use of online voting for a Ward 4 by-election next year. There's an English Public School Board trustee vacancy, and Council's looking for ways to increase voter turnout and make voting more accessible. Danielle DeGraw has more on the decision and the implications for future elections in our community.
I think this is an unnecessary risk for our municipality and for our democracy.
Debating the merits of online voting, Hamilton City Council approved its use in a 12-3 decision, despite some who are not in favor.
In light of our serious cybersecurity attack we've had, I do not have any interest in considering this alternative of internet voting, which could potentially jeopardize the democratic process.
Ward 4 Councillor Tammy Wang, who represents the ward where the online voting will be allowed, says the smaller election is an opportunity to test the system.
I think that this is a real opportunity for us to test case and use a smaller sort of case study to really work out what the kinks are.
She says there's a lot of interest in online voting in the community.
In the 2022 elections, there was a lot of increased interest in having this be an online potential voting, but it was too big.
Hamilton would be joining the majority of municipalities that, as of the 2022 election, had already adopted this. So it's not like they have to invent this from scratch.
Peter Graefe is an associate professor of political science at McMaster University. He says the city of Hamilton will have to find a company to structure an online election that follows the Ontario Municipal Act guidelines.
They're really left on their own to find the vendor. They have to comply with the strictures of the Ontario Municipal Elections Act. But again, most municipalities have been able to do that.
Graefe understands concerns over cybersecurity, but stresses those concerns are more applicable to larger elections, like a national one.
The amount of skill and resources you'd need to really hack one of these systems is too great for the benefits one might get from winning a ward election in the city of Hamilton. But yeah, there could be big gains for parties or other interests, to playing the system at a higher level.
Hamilton City Council has only approved the idea of online voting. The next step is to determine if this is possible to implement before the by-election next year. Danielle DeGraw, CHCH News, Hamilton.